we are announcing our efforts to update our stay-at-home guidelines and begin the process of moving into phase 2. That process will begin later this week. On Thursday, the 7th, we will put out the guidelines. If the guidelines are met and modifications are made, then people can start reopening with those modifications. Here's the phase that we will be moving into later this week. We mentioned phase 2 included an earlier and a later consideration, meaning low risks and moving into a little bit medium to higher risk as we phase into these 4 phases. I know this can sound confusing, but lower risk is, again, the frame around this phase 2. And lower risk we are defining in the retail sector, and we'll be making adjustments this week in the retail sector for pickups and for all of the associated logistics and manufacturing related to retail. We are also allowing, with considerations of additional criteria, the ability for containment plans and protection plans to be put into place in regions and counties throughout the state of California where we recognize their different conditions. People ask, well, why do you have these empty facilities that you've built? Well, we're pleased that they're empty. We built them in anticipation of a surge that did not materialize because of the stay-at-home order. I know that there's some businesses that are not waiting for these announcements. There may be, in some cases, unfortunate consequences in that. I don't say that to be punitive. I'll just say that as a proof point. I mentioned just specifically in San Clemente and Laguna an example of the work we're doing with locals. We'll continue that process. We signed off on those, and we immediately lifted. In fact, I think it was announced this morning formally. We worked through it over the weekend, but it was announced formally this morning. So that's already gone into effect on those 2 beaches. We're very close with the others, and we'll announce them as soon as we sign off on those plans.